I want to start off knowing, does the US dollar collapse before 2030? So I'll kick it off with you, Blood. Does the US dollar collapse before 2030?
Is this a yes or no binary answer?
Yeah, you can give me a little bit of an answer on top of it.
Oh, okay. I can put a little funk on it. All right. Sounds good. No, it does not.
Okay.
The US dollar is not going to collapse anytime soon. Maybe not even in our lifetime. So yeah.
The US dollar as we know it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It will not collapse. No.
Okay.
It will take a back seat at some point, I believe. Okay. I think the renminbi is actually going to possibly be the next, major currency that's in the forefront. Because if you think about it, I don't know if you've heard the headlines that came out last week. I can't remember from who. It was a very reputable individual, but they talked about how from their projections, China will be #1 economy by 2032, I believe.
Okay.
So in about 10 years, 9-10 years. That does not mean that the dollar goes away at all. So no, I don't see it going away, man. Sorry.
Okay. Bill, thoughts?
Okay, the dollar's got to be repriced. It's just too right, given the amount of money that we're printing and we have a debt crisis.
Okay.
Historically, the only way to get out of a debt crisis is to devalue the currency.
Okay.
Back in 1985, the dollar index went from 150 to 60 over a period of years. So it doesn't seem like everyone last year was like, oh my God, dollar index is at 100. Oh, it's on 102. Oh my God, it's back to 101. Now no one talks about it.
Yeah.
Dollar index should be at 80. And I think it's eventually going to 60. And I think they're just repricing it. Is it going away? No.
Okay.
I don't think so, because when the world gets in certain parts of the world get in trouble, they automatically flock to dollars. Both the Chinese and the Russians own a lot of gold. Okay, that could help them prop up their currency.
Yeah.
I think you have to be more concerned maybe about Chinese military development than whatever they do with their currency. The currency headlines may be a prelude to a kinetic war mentality. But
yeah, there's definitely a lot going on with who's accepting dollars, who's not, who's trying to push against the dollar. There's definitely a lot going on there.
Let me just say something real quick before you go to Magic.
Yeah.
If you think about what happened with Bretton Woods and the UK pound, right? It was the front leader. It was the world reserve currency for not very long, but some time, right? It's still around. So that's going to be our scenario. It's time for us to give up that seat, that #1 seat, and move to the back. And that's just what it is, but not going away.
Okay.
Not going away.
Magic, let me pose this just a little bit different. Do you consider, so if I said to you, does the US dollar, cease to exist in 2030? My question to you is, does it cease to exist in the way we know it right now? Take away the repricing that Bill was talking about, take away it taking a back seat. Do we still have the US dollar as we know it right now, or is it going to be a CBDC by then?
It'll be digital by 2030. I'm convinced of that. But as far as what you're seeing right now, this has happened like 4 times since 1995, where another currency comes in and gets some of the dominance of the market. And I believe we're sitting at like 61 or 62% of the US dollar right now in terms of market dominance. And so you're going to see that fluctuate. It happened back then. I think we fell in like the low 50s, and then it went all the way back up to 64%. So it's an ebb and flow thing. They're going to start restricting dollars out of the market to keep things from coming back home. And then once that happens, it's really going to be up to whatever currencies are trying to take that market share to actually be viable. And if they're not, it floods right back to the dollar, because we know the dollar can handle that. So it's not going anywhere anytime soon. We've seen this over years before. To me, it's just, ebb and flow with the market. If the dollar is going down, I should be in risk on assets, because everything measured against the dollar is going to go up. So that's how I look at it. I'm just trying to figure out how to make money off of it.
Yeah, you know what? That's funny that you say that. That's exactly what I've been thinking, is that this is scary. If you've never lived through this, there's a lot of information coming out that would scare you maybe away from the dollar, or some people would say, no, I'm moving into dollars. There's a lot of confusion there. And I like what you just said. How do we make money with that? So we're going to talk about that a little bit more today.